Since 2004, 7 children have strangled on baby monitor cords. That number isn't from a lawsuit or a blog. It's the Consumer Product Safety Commission's own count. 10 monitors with documented problems. 3 that actually earned their spot. And the most dangerous one on this list is almost certainly in your house right now. Every claim here comes from a recall notice, a federal complaint, a warning letter, or a peer-reviewed study. No opinions. Model numbers in the description. Number 10. The Lorex Care and Share. Models WL3520, WL4320, and WL3401. About 26,000 units. The lithium polymer battery in the parent unit could overheat and swell, pushing the plastic casing apart. According to CPSC recall records, there were 488 reports of batteries overheating and expanding. In roughly 140 of those, the casing came off entirely. 488. That's not a defect that slipped through. That's a defect that reported itself over and over, while the product stayed on shelves. Number 9. The BabySense Max View. Model VBM55RX, manufactured by Hisense. Recalled in 2026. About 81,000 units sold through Amazon, Walmart, and Babylist between January 2023 and December 2025 for $90 to $180. The camera was fine. The problem was the handheld display. The thing parents keep on the nightstand, inches from their face. It could overheat or spark while charging. Hisense received 11 reports. CPSC's instruction was blunt. Stop using it. And don't throw it away. The lithium-ion cell inside makes it hazardous waste. If you bought a monitor in the last 3 years, pause and check the back of your display right now. The model number is printed there. Number 8. Summer Infant Slim and Secure Video Monitors, specifically the rechargeable batteries, recalled February 2011. About 58,000 units, sold exclusively at Babies R Us. The battery in the handheld unit could overheat and rupture. Summer Infant reported 5 ruptures, 3 involving property damage. Parents could keep using the monitor, but only plugged into the wall, which, as you'll see by the end of this video, introduces a very different problem. Quick thing worth knowing before we go further. In 2015, the security firm Rapid7 tested 9 internet-connected baby monitors and graded them on a 250-point scale. 8 got an F, 1 got a D. Prices ranged from $55 to $260. And the researchers found no meaningful relationship between what parents paid and how secure the device was. 3 of those 9 are coming up. Number 7. The Jerry Deluxe Baby Monitor, Model 602, recalled October 1996, approximately 1980,000 units. Wires inside could be improperly connected, causing the unit to overheat and start a fire. CPSC's notice described 1 confirmed fire, plus reports alleging the Model 602 was involved in 2 others, including 1 with a fatality and an injury, and 13 reports of the monitor becoming warm to the touch. Here's the part that stays with you. Look at the remedy field on that recall notice. It says, "No remedy available." Jerry Baby Products went out of business. Nearly 1 million units. No fix, no buyback. These sell on eBay and in thrift stores today. Described as vintage nursery decor. Number 6. The iBaby M6 and iBaby M3S from iBaby Labs. Both tested by Rapid7 in 2015. The M3S shipped with a hard-coded username of admin and a password anyone could look up. The M6 was worse in a quieter way. It stored recorded video clips in a cloud service, and reaching that service required knowing only the camera's serial number, which formed part of the web address. Rapid7's researchers wrote that a simple script could potentially reach every recorded clip for every registered camera across the entire service. Not one camera. The whole service. Every motion alert your camera ever saved. Number 5. The Philips Sight B120. About $78, one of the most reviewed monitors of its era. Rapid7 flagged it as one of 3 devices with a critical vulnerability. It connected straight to a back-end web server on the public internet, unencrypted and unauthenticated. Because the host names and port numbers came from a predictable range, an attacker could brute force their way to an exposed camera, watch the live stream, change settings, or switch on remote telnet access. To be fair, and this matters, Philips had a real process for handling vulnerability reports, and Rapid7 said so directly in its paper. The model was discontinued, and a software update followed. But if you own a B120 today, that update is your responsibility, not theirs. The next 3 aren't defects. They're companies that were told, in writing, by a federal agency or a security lab, and what happened next is the reason this list exists. Number 4. TrendNet Secure View Cameras, including the Wi-Fi Baby Cam, model TVIP743SIC. In January 2012, a hacker exploited a flaw and published it. According to the FTC's complaint, links to the live feeds of nearly 700 cameras ended up posted online. The feeds showed babies asleep in cribs, children playing, adults going about their lives. TrendNet had marketed these cameras as secure. The FTC alleged that from at least April 2010, the company transmitted user login credentials in clear, readable text over the Internet, while free software to secure those transmissions was already available. The mobile apps stored logins in readable text, too. This became the FTC's first enforcement action against an everyday Internet-connected product. The settlement barred TrendNet from misrepresenting its security. No fine. Number 3. The MyCam, sold by MI Safes. In February 2018, the Austrian security firm SEC Consult published an advisory describing multiple critical vulnerabilities, including unauthenticated access and the hijacking of arbitrary video baby monitors. User IDs were sequential and guessable. Session tokens weren't properly checked. An attacker could view the feed and use the two-way talk function to speak into a nursery. Now, read the disclosure timeline. SEC Consult contacted MI Safes in December 2017. Again in January. Again in February. No response. They approached China's CERT. The mail server rejected the message. They asked CERT Coordination Center for help. CERT declined to coordinate, so the advisory shipped with the solution field reading, "No update available." The workaround: don't use the product. There was no one left to fix it. That is the risk of a cloud-dependent monitor. The company can simply stop existing while the camera keeps streaming. Number 2. The Baby Vida, a smartphone-connected sock that measured blood oxygen and pulse rate. In August 2018, researchers at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia published a study in JAMA. They tested 30 infants under 6 months old against hospital-grade reference monitors. 2 4666 oxygen data points, 1 801 pulse rate points. 0. Not poor, not inconsistent. In that study, the Baby Vida detected low blood oxygen 0% of the time. Its sensitivity for slow heart rate was also 0. Think about what that means in a nursery. A monitor that fails loudly wakes you up. A monitor that fails silently shows you a green screen and tells you everything is fine. The study's lead author, Dr. Christopher Bonafide, put the standard plainly. If something is going wrong with a sick infant, you'd want to know 100% of the time. Neither device in that study was FDA regulated at the time. Everything so far has been a specific model you can look up. Number 1 isn't. It's in nearly every nursery in America, including, probably, yours. Number 1. The Cord. In February 2011, CPSC and Summer Infant recalled about 17 million video baby monitors. Not for the electronics, for the electrical cord. In March 2010, a 10-month-old girl in Washington, D.C. strangled in the cord of a Summer Infant video monitor. The camera had been placed on top of the crib rail. In November 2010, a 6-month-old boy in Conway, South Carolina, strangled in a monitor cord. The monitor was on a changing table attached to the crib. A 20-month-old in Pittsburgh was found with the camera cord around his neck. That camera was mounted on the wall, and he still reached it. He survived. 2 years later, September 2013, Angel Care recalled about 600 $0 movement and sound monitors. Models AC1100, AC201, AC300, AC401, AC601, and 49255, sold from 1999 through 2013. The Angel Care design ran an 11-foot sensor cord from a pad under the mattress to the monitor unit. Per CPSC, an 8-month-old girl in Salem, Oregon, died in August 2004. A 13-month-old girl in San Diego died in November 2011. The cord was inside the crib by design. Neither recall pulled the monitors from homes. Summer Infant's remedy was a new warning label and revised instructions. Angel Care's was a kit with rigid cord covers. Millions of these are still in service, and the CPSC's guidance is 1 sentence long, and it applies to every corded monitor ever made, recalled or not. Never place a corded camera within 3 feet of a crib. Not the rail. Not the changing table attached to the crib. Not the wall nearby. 3 feet, measured from where your baby can reach. And babies reach further than you think. So, what actually earns a pass? Not marketing. Only 2 things I can verify. A federal clearance number you can look up yourself, or a design where the attack simply isn't possible. Safe pick one, the Owlet Dream Sock. And yes, Owlet is on the other side of this story too. In October 2021, the FDA sent Owlet a warning letter saying its marketing rendered the original Smart Sock a medical device requiring clearance it did not have. Owlet pulled it from the U.S. market. In 2018, that same product line, the Smart Sock 2, was the other device in the JAMA study. It scored 88, 8% sensitivity for low oxygen. Better than 0, not 100. Here's what changed. In November 2023, the Dream Sock received de novo clearance from the FDA. Request number DEN 22091. It is the first over-the-counter medical-grade pulse oximeter cleared for infants in the United States, for babies 1 to 18 months and 6 to 30 pounds. It was validated against the accuracy standards for pulse oximetry, and the FDA reviewed the data. That's the difference between a company that got caught and a company that fixed it. You can read the clearance letter yourself. Safe Pick 2. Owlet BabySat 510K. Clearance K2on2597. June 2023. Prescription only. This one isn't for most families, and that's the point. It's intended for infants 1 to 18 months with acute or chronic medical conditions, where a physician sets and adjusts the alarm thresholds. It's eligible for insurance reimbursement. If your baby has a diagnosed condition, this is the conversation to have with your pediatrician, not a purchase to make from a YouTube video. Safe Pick 3. This one is a category, not a brand, a D-Key 6, 0 audio-only monitor with no internet connection. Look back at this list. Rapid 7's flaws, the TrendNet feeds, the MyCam hijacking. Every one of them required the same thing. A path from the open internet to your nursery. A closed-circuit DCT monitor has no cloud account, no app, no server that can be breached, and no company that can vanish and leave the camera streaming. It won't show you video. It won't chart sleep. It also cannot be watched by a stranger in another country, because there's no wire connecting your nursery to one. For a lot of families, that trade is worth making. Two honest caveats, and I'd rather say them than not. A decked monitor still has a power cord, so rule number 1 still applies: 3 feet. And no monitor of any kind, including the FDA-cleared ones, has been shown to prevent SIDS. The American Academy of Pediatrics does not recommend home cardiorespiratory monitors for that purpose. These devices give you information: safe sleep, flat, firm, empty crib, baby on the back, is what the evidence supports. For your baby specifically, ask your pediatrician. 3 things to take with you. 1. The cord is the documented killer. 7 children since 2004 by CPSC's count. 3 feet, every monitor, no exceptions. Go measure tonight. 2. A monitor that lies to you is more dangerous than one that doesn't exist. 0% sensitivity in a peer-reviewed study on a device parents trusted while they slept. 3. If it connects to the internet, someone else can reach it. And if the company disappears, nobody patches it, ever. Go to CPSC.gov recalls right now and type in your model number. It takes 40 seconds, it's free, and roughly 1 million recalled Jerry monitors are still out there with no fix coming. Then tell me in the comments which one surprised you. I'm betting it's number 7, and the words "no remedy available." Subscribe if you want the next one. We read every CPSC notice the week it drops, so you don't have to. Next, the car seats that failed their own manufacturer's testing, and what the crash data actually shows. Every product on this list was sold as peace of mind. That's the thing about peace of mind. You only find out it was fake at the exact moment you needed it to be real.